I gotta turn on. Sorry, guys. Hello, everybody. Demon King here. Welcome to the horror show. Today we're going to be talking about the new Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show coming out. It's a reboot, but officially Michelle Gellar actually plays as Buffy Summers in this one too. Because the Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show in 1997 was actually one of my favorite shows, and like 1994 or something. Yeah, 1994 or 1996. It was one of my favorite shows. They made 7 seasons of them, and they never played it on TV again. So now they're making a new one, a reboot. This Buffy the Vampire Slayer is going to be a newer in 2025, 2026. It's going to be a reboot though. But Sarah Michelle Gellar is Buffy Summers again for the reboot. And then they're probably going to have kids in this one and husbands. They're probably going to end up having kids. Every single one of them, Willow, Buffy. They're probably going to have kids who are slayers and witches to create a new generation of vampire slayers. But Buffy Summers, aka Sarah Michelle Gellar, is still in there with all the old actors, but there's going to be newer actors too. It says right here, Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboots, new characters have been revealed, and as a fan, I'm feeling optimistic. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is my favorite TV show of all time, and it is, in my opinion, one of the best teen dramas ever. The beloved series has retained a dedicated fandom despite its going off the air back in 2003. Those fans were thrilled when it was announced that Sarah Michelle Gellar would be back for a reboot plot, and the breakdown of new characters is definitely making me feel optimistic about the development project. So, like I said, Sarah Michelle Gellar is coming back for the plot of the new Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer 2.0, technically, because the old show went off air in 2003, so it was probably made in 1996, 1994. I've been watching it since I first lived in St. John, New Brunswick, so since I was in grade 3, because that's when it first started. The original Buffy, which is streaming with a Hulu subscription, ran for 7 seasons, airing both on the WB, on the Warner Bros. And UPN. The pressure is on for the reboot pilot to deliver, although the buoyed by the inclusions of Oscar-winning director Chloe Zhao. Some leaks about the new characters have popped up online via CBM, and it sounds like there's a solid idea behind this new Slayer tale. So Sarah Michelle Gellar used to be the first Slayer. She was the first Slayer, but I'm betting she's having a child who's actually another Slayer with superpowers who kills vampires. It says right here, it seems like the new Buffy show will focus on a new teenager Slayer named Nova. She'll seemingly be mentored by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Oh, this is new. This is really new. Okay, because Buffy Summers who's played by Sarah Michelle Gellar, she's going to be a mentor in this one. Oh, well, that means she's a full-grown adult. She's done high school. She's done college. She's done everything. Now she works at the same school that she's going to, where it first started, the Hellmouth. And now she's older. So that means all of them, all the Buffy friends of before, they're still in it. But Sarah Michelle Gellar, who plays Buffy, will teach Nova how to be a Slayer. Oh, wow. Because she's been taught by Giles. And now Giles taught Buffy, and now Buffy's teaching Nova. So now she's a teacher. Well, that seems pretty interesting. She'll similarly mentored by Sarah Michelle Gellar, title character who activated all potential in the Buffy series finale. We are once again going to follow a young woman as she battles vampires and more which means the show should be able to retain its same tone. But who else will be joining Nova and Buffy in this development pilot? It sounds like many of the newcomers will echo an OG Buffy cast, like SMG's signature character Nova seemingly come from a single-parent home, as her father will be a major character, will also be introduced to a new librarian, as well as Nova's friends will be presumably make up the Scooby Gang that includes a male friend who is pinning for the Slayer, just like Xander did in the early seasons of Buffy. While there are a big shoes to fill with this pilot, the fact that Sarah Michelle Gellar is back as the title character is a comfort. She posted on Instagram about the way this came together, sharing right there. So you might have heard some news this week, but I realize I haven't heard from me. You haven't heard from me. This is Sarah Michelle Gellar talking right now. 3 years ago, I got a call from a dear friend and mentor, Gail Berman. She told me that she wanted me to sit down with Chloe Zhao to hear her take on potentially Buffy revival. I was blown away that Chloe even knew who I was, but as I've always done, I told Gail that I just didn't see a way for the show to exist again. We'd always been aligned on that, but this time I heard something different in her voice. I eventually agreed to go, mainly just to meet Chloe, and our 20-minute coffee quickly turned into a 4-hour adventure. We laughed, we cried, but mostly we both talked about how much this show means to us. While I didn't agree to anything at the meeting, I did shock myself by agreeing to continue the conversation. These conversations did in fact continue over the next few years, and eventually we added an incredible Nora and Leela Zickerman to a little tribe until ultimately one day we landed on an idea. I have always listened to the fans and heard your desire to revisit Buffy and her world, but it was not something I could do unless I was sure we could get it right. This has been a long process, and it's not over yet. I promise you, we will only make this show if we know we can do it again. We can do it right. And I will tell you that we are on the path there. I feel so lucky to be on this journey with these four unbelievable talented women, all of whom love Buffy as much as I do and as much as you do. Thank you to all your fans, whoever stopped asking for this. This will be for you. You see, fans never stopped asking Sarah Michelle Gellar. She never wanted to do it. But then she changed her mind that she find out that the normal Buffy, the person that plays as Giles, died in the movie, in the show. So not just that. I'll read the rest now. For years, Gellar denied having any interest in returning as the role of Buffy Summers. After all, she worked insanely hard on the show's original run, including the countless action sequence, but everything seemed to fall into place for the reboot pilot, including who she was working with. Of course, there's no guarantee that a Buffy reboot will actually get ordered to series. That'll seemingly be up to the pilot's quality, and if it's able to win over the powers that be at Hulu. But the internet has been buzzed about SMG and the developing project, and considering it's not even going to be part of the 2025 TV premiere list, the amount of hype surrounded the pilot is significant. Corey was born and raised in New Jersey, graduated with the... Okay. So I'm thinking the Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show will come out like in 2026, 2027, I'm guessing, because it's not made for 2025. So, but Sarah Michelle Gellar returns in Buffy just like Giles did. Giles made her return, taught her everything she knows in the old series. Now Buffy's going to teach the other Slayer Nova how to fight and her friend. This is going to be insane. If you love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, please comment down below and leave a like and comment down below, and please subscribe, because I'm going to be talking more plots about Buffy the Vampire Slayer once it comes out, because that TV show was actually one of my most favorites, to be honest. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. That's why I watched The Grudge 1 and 2. That's why I watch The Return. I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's why I watch all the horror movies about her. She's a really good actress. That's why I watched Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. So all that was actually pretty good, because Sarah Michelle Gellar was actually one of the best actors in them. Matthew Lillard was pretty good too in Scooby-Doo. Like Freddie Prinze Jr., that's her real life husband. So they had a child, and now that she's older, the new Buffy the Vampire Slayer 2026-2027 reboot will be sick and will be awesome, because Giles told Buffy that she was one of the best Slayers that he could ever teach. And after that, he actually died. But now she's all alone. So, yeah, as soon as Giles died, Buffy was all alone, but now she can teach another girl that Giles taught her, and it's going to be so awesome. It's going to be so amazing. I believe that the plot of this Buffy the Vampire Slayer new TV series, the reboot, will actually be one of the best too. But I think the one with Sarah Michelle Gellar, the way she slayed the vampires in the original, that one was the best. but now I need to see this reboot to see which one is the best, and I'll talk about it more. But as of right now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to hear more about the Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot series with Sarah Michelle Gellar being a teacher of a girl named Nova and her friends, please leave a comment down below. Hit the like button hard. And please subscribe to the horror show. This will be the best. I'll see you on the next one.